Havirdhanan havirdhani. Yes, everybody can repeat.
Havirdhana dhavirdhani.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat Prabhuji.
I just
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.
Havirdhanan havirdhani.
Havirdhana
Anatavirdhani.
Vidura sutta shat sutan.
Vidura
Vidurasutashatam.
Varhi sadam gayam shuklam.
Irshadam Gayam Shuklam.
Krishnam satyam jitavritam.
Krishnam
Krishnam
Satyam
Satyam
Jitavritam.
Havirdhanan havirdhani.
Havirdhanavirdhani.
Vidura sutta shat sutan.
Vidura
Sutashatam.
Varhi sadam gayam shuklam.
Ahirshadam Gayam
Shuklam.
Shuklam.
Krishnam satyam jitavratam.
Krishnam Satyam Jitavratam.
Havirdhanan havirdhani.
Havirdhanavirdhani.
Vidura sutta shat sutan.
Vidura Sutashatam.
Varhi sadam gayam shuklam.
Varishadam Gayam Shuklam.
Krishnam satyam jitavratam.
Krishnam Satyam Jitavritam.
Havirdhanan havirdhani.
Havirdhanavirdhani.
Vidura sutta shat sutan.
Sutashatam.
Varhi sadam gayam shuklam.
Varishadam Gayam Shuklam.
Krishnam satyam jitavratam.
Krishnam Satyam
Jitavratam.
You can chant.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhamma Pranam. Havirdhanavirdhani. Vidurasutashatam. Varishadam Gayam Shuklam. Krishnam Satyam Jitavratam. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Havirdhana dharvirdhani. Vidura Sutashatam. Sadam Gayam Shuklam. Krishnam Satyam Jitavritam. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Varhishatam Gayam Shuklam. Krishna Satyam Chitam Dedam. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you. Now let us proceed. Havirdhanan.
Havirdhana.
From Havirdhana.
From Havirdhana.
Havirdhani.
Havirdhani.
Name of the wife of Havirdhana.
The name of the wife of Havirdhana.
Vidura.
Vidura.
O Vidura.
O Vidura.
Asuta.
Asuta.
Gave birth.
Gave birth.
Shat.
Shat.
6.
6.
Sutan.
Sutan.
Sons.
Sons.
Varhishadam.
Varishadam.
Of the name Varhishat.
Of the name Varishat.
Gayam.
Gayam.
Of the name Gaya.
Of the name Gaya.
Shuklam.
Shuklam.
Of the name Shukla.
Of the name Shukla.
Krishnam.
Krishnam.
Of the name Krishna.
Of the name
Krishna.
Satyam.
Satyam.
Of the name Satya.
Of the name Satya.
Jitavratam.
Jitavratam.
Of the name Jitavrata.
of the name Jitavrata.
Havirdhana, the son of Maharaj Antardhana, had a wife named Havirdhani, who gave birth to 6 sons named Barishat, Gaya, Shukla, Krishna, Satya, Jitavrata. Next 9. Barishat Sumahabhago
Darhisat Sumahabhago
Avirdhani Prajapati
Avirdhani Prajapati.
Please, please, please. Jyoti Mataji, what are you doing? You put your mic on and you talk all nonsense. I will close everybody. Please be sensible. Barishat Sumahabhago
Barhishat
Mahabhago
Avirdhani Prajapati
Avirdhani Prajapati
Kandeshu Nishnato
Kriyakandeshu
Nishnato
Yogeshu Cha Kuradvaha.
Yogeshu Chakurudva.
The great says, Kaune, please now take care of your mind. Okay. The great sage Maitreya continued, my dear Vidura, Havirdhana's very powerful son named Barishat was very expert in performing various kind of fruitive sacrifices, and he was also expert in practice of mystic yoga. By his great qualification, he became known as Prajapati. Yes.
Hare
Supriti.
Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. In the beginning of the creation, there were not many living entities, and consequently, the very powerful living entities or demigods were appointed as Prajapati in order to beget children and increase the population. There are many Prajapatis. Brahma, Daksha, and Manu are sometimes known as Prajapati, and Barhishat, the son of Havirdhana, became one of them. Hare Krishna.
Some more Shravanam. Yasedam Deva Yajanam
Yasyedam Deva Yajanam
Anu Yagnam Vitanvataha
Anu Yagnam Vitanvataha
Prachinangrai Kushairasi
Prachinagre Kushairasi
Astram Vasudha Talam
Astam Vasudhatalam
Yasya
Tavyasya
Whose Idam.
Idam
So let us go to the translation. Okay. Maharaj Barishat executed many sacrifices all over the world. He scattered kusha grass and kept the tops of the grasses pointing eastward. Okay, this is.
Purport. As stated in the previous verse, Kriya Kandeshu Nishnataha, Maharaja Barishat dived very deeply into the fruitive activities of sacrifice. This means that as soon as he finished one yajna in one place, he began performing another yajna in the immediate vicinity. At the present moment, there is a similar need to perform Sankirtana Yajna all over the world. The Krishna consciousness movement has started performing Sankirtana Yajna in different places, and it has been experienced that wherever Sankirtana Yajna is performed, many thousands of people gather and take part in it. Imperceptible auspiciousness achieved in this connection. Imperceptible auspicious achieved in this connection should be continued all over the world. The members of Krishna conscious movement should perform Sankirtana Yajnas one after another, so much so that all the people of the world will either jokingly or seriously chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and thus they will derive the benefit of cleansing the heart. The holy name of the Lord, Hare Nama, is so powerful that whether it is chanted jokingly or seriously, the effect of vibrating this transcendental sound will be equally distributed. It is not possible at the present moment to perform repeated yajnas as Maharaja Barishat performed, but it is written a means to perform Sankirtana yajna which does not cost anything. One can sit down anywhere and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If the surface of the globe is overflooded with the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, the people of the world will be very, very happy. Hare
Om
Krishna.
Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishraya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashata Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Yasyedam Deva Yajanam
यस्येदं देवयजनम्
Anuyagnam Vitanvataha
अनुयज्ञं वितन्वतः
Prachinangrai Kushairasi
प्राचीनाग्रे कुशैरासि
Asram Vasudhatalam.
अस्त्रतं वसुधातलम्
Parishad executed many sacrifices all over the world. He scattered kusha grass, kept top of the grasses pointing eastward. If you want to do like that, you should be sitting in the north direction. Then the tips of the kusha grass will point east. Okay, so you can sit like that if you like. Okay. Hare Krishna. So this is very interesting. Srila Prabhupada's wish. If you want to fulfill Srila Prabhupada's wish, what is his desire, you see? Now we desire so many things and all under domain of illusion, all under the domain of foolishness. So many things our heart desires. And so many plans we make. You see you open a newspaper, so many people are saying blah, 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 blah. Right? Nowadays we have more media saying blah, 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 blah. And really do not know which path to follow. And not only that, suppose you are in a family, the mother says, do like this, you will be happy. Father will say some other program. All the relatives will give you a different program. They are not even unanimous. They are not even together. What program I should execute? On top of it, even if you execute that, they will not be happy. You cannot satisfy anybody who is a materialistic person. Cannot be satisfied. Neither you will be satisfied, neither if you obey somebody, he will be satisfied. Therefore, the shloka, Kamadinam katina katita palita durunidesha tesham ajatmai karunana tarapana upsha. Who knows the shloka? Anybody knows the shloka? Anybody remember? Nobody doesn't. If you are teaching, I don't think there is a shloka better than that. Please try to remember, it will help you. So, such a beautiful shloka. So anyway, upashanti, not satisfaction. So if you are trying to follow somebody, diligently execute whatever he says, he will never be satisfied. Be guaranteed. If it is materialistic, you will not be able to satisfy a person, whatever you do. You do for 100 years, 500 years, you will not be satisfied. Okay. But look at this of Srila Prabhupada's wish. His wish is all over the world, in every house, in every street, in every bus, in every train, in every aeroplane, in every auditorium, wherever you can think of a place, he says, let there be Sankirtana. And what will happen? People will become totally satisfied. Now many of you have an experience when sometimes you are in the train and there is Sankirtana. How much pleasure it is actually. And people also do not know of it, they get introduced, See, look, don't think about the normal people. It's not that they are some devils or something. They don't know. They're not fortunate to know that how much pleasure is there in just chanting. What did Prabhupada do to America? What did he do? He was just sitting and doing Sankirtana, exposing to people that just by the Sankirtana we can be happy. And that's what people were sitting around, and they were just chanting with Srila Prabhupada. That's all they were doing. And then they became his followers. What did he do then? They found that this process is very nice, it's something new. They don't know about it. Nobody invited Srila Prabhupada, please come to America and introduce us the process for Kali Yuga. Nobody told like that. Prabhupada pushed himself to go. Okay? And when he landed up there, what he was doing, he was sitting in the park or auditoriums or college, universities, whenever he had a class, and top university in the world, MIT. And Prabhupada did half an hour, 45 minutes on Kirtana in the beginning. Nobody will do that. So-called preachers of today, they do some kind of a bridge, Prabhupada do Sankirtana. And the effect of that the top university students were dancing on the desk, so ecstatic. And the Prabhupada lecture, look at Prabhupada lecture. So if you chant Hare Krishna mantra, the first installment of the mercy, you will understand you are not the body or spirit soul. Look at it. Straight. We have no power like Srila Prabhupada. So anyway, so what was Prabhupada introducing? Just have faith in that. First thing is that we should feel happy in Sankirtana. It's not the time Sankirtana is going, chalo bhai, 2 more rounds I can finish. Sometimes I've seen some temples, moment the aarti is over, Kirtan has started. Some devotees going this corner, that corner. Let me finish 2 more rounds and 3 more rounds. I used to see. That is the most powerful thing of the day. All of us are stream through. The most powerful thing of the day is when Nama Sankirtana starts. We drop other things. In fact, during when the Sankirtana happens, your hearing is much better than even japa. Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada said 100 times better. 100 times. They're there, and if you go to the first Matha of Gaudiya Math in West Bengal, Nadia, Mayapur, there it is inscribed, inscribed on a samadhi. 100 times better hearing. So why we should miss the opportunity? You see, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will not make all the crowd sit down now, Hare Krishna, do japa. Never did that. I was seeing somebody doing it, Papa, why are you doing that? All the crowd is sitting, let us chant. It's very boring. Don't make them do that. When the crowd is there, always do Sankirtana. Now let us do japa. No. Japa is personal. That you have to do attentively for yourself. But even more powerful is Sankirtana. Samyak, when people are gathering together and chanting the holy name of the Lord, it's very, very powerful. Okay? We should not miss that opportunity. Okay? Everybody may not have that opportunity. So therefore it is not made externally compulsory. Prabhupada said, every day 1 hour Sankirtana, how will be possible at all the situations in all over the world? May not be possible. You are sitting in Saudi Arabia, you call 10 neighbors and start Sankirtana. There was one person telling, he had just a Brahmana, he took out his puja items and started puja. Just police picked him up. Some countries are so dangerous. So Prabhupada said, japa is compulsory, and japa is to personal self. But Sankirtana, at least equally important, should not be neglected. And for the health of the temples, Prabhupada advised Sankirtana. He said, Mayapur should have 24 hours Sankirtana, then everything will be all right. Just sing Hare Krishna mantra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. So we wanting all over the world Sankirtana should happen, first implement in the temple. Whenever you find time, sit down. People feel happy actually. The crowd comes and said, you put tape, they don't like it. It's just somebody should do Sankirtana. People love it, and engage them in chanting. And therein, we give them the taste. And then we tell them, in your house, if not every house it will be possible, if God said bhakti homes, where all the people in the house are favorable, and then they have, every day they should have Sankirtana. And you see how auspicious it will be. And the sound of that will go to the neighboring house also, provided in the limits they may not like. Yeah, but some people really favorable again. It's very easy. Prabhupada said actually it's very easy to spread Krishna conscious movement if the government can help us. Really, what? No, they should help us so that all the auditoriums, government offices, wherever government has so much property, they allow us to do Sankirtana and the people can come and join us. It's very easy. I said, that's it, and distribute some prasadam, government can help us in that also. We can immediately spread Krishna. So easy, Suppose you have to spread any process, it is so difficult because people may not accept. Okay? You have some process of what is the thing, and people may not like it also. But this Sankirtana process, naturally people like. Naturally. Because this is the process for what we are always joking, always customers are there. You take Prabhupada books, that is also called Sankirtana, go to distribute the books, and you see that always there are some people who accept the books, always. Yeah? And then you see they come after some time, that's very nice, I read the books. Because the weapon is already there. Prabhupada said, I have two weapons in my hand. One side is the books, other side is the Sankirtana, by which I am going to conquer the world. These two things, and that's what he did. Not that the process has to change. We should have faith in the process. These two things will make people devotee. It is supported by prasadam, but the primary activity is Prabhupada books and the holy name. So any visitor comes to the temple, two things he has to go after getting. Other things are there, good, but these two are the main. You should encourage him to chant, read Prabhupada books, encourage him to chant Hare Krishna, Japa or Sankirtana. The chanting, soft chanting to ourselves, that is called Japa. A loud chanting with mridanga and kartal, that is called Kirtana. That is the difference between, when sometimes the word chanting is there, people misunderstand. There's so many instructions of Prabhupada for chanting. You put them together, then you will see. Prabhupada's soft chanting is called Japa to oneself. A loud chanting where everybody can hear and repeat, participate with, and embellish by kartal and mridanga, that is called Sankirtana, correct? And Sankirtana, Prabhupada cut off harmonium. He never used. He only used harmonium when he did some bhajans alone, correct? So that makes it simple. Otherwise, you have to embellish with harmonium, it has its own problems. The laya of harmonium will not allow you to hear the nama properly. Okay, so Prabhupada never used it, neither encouraged it. Always, so many letters said, two things I need, mridanga and karta. That's it. So anyway, the holy name hearing is best with these two instruments. It doesn't disturb. And also, there is thing, the loudest should be the holy name, next should be the mridanga, next is I think, anyway, next are mridanga and karta. So this is a simple process. So where King Barishat is all around the world doing yajnas, Prabhupada is saying that will be difficult today. First thing, it is very expensive. Number two, who knows to chant the mantras properly? Even if he knows to chant the mantras properly, does he have a proper consciousness to chant? And number four, in India it may be because culturally, socially, if you're doing a homa, people come and sit down, correct? Around the world, nobody will come. Nobody will come. Just imagine, Prabhupada knew the process. Had he sat in the park, Thompson Square Park, put a homa and started swaha swaha, nobody would have come. They would not have even, kya kar raha hai? Kya jala raha hai? Kya fenk raha hai? It would not have, it's like too much. If Prabhupada would have done other process, sat down in Thompson Square Park doing meditation, just think about it. But he knew what I have to do. Or he would have sat with the beautiful vigraha of Radha Krishna in Thompson Square Park and trying to do some arati. He knows these things will not work. You see, he knows. See, one thing is that knowing the process, other thing, having faith in it. Just like we may know that we have to chant Hare Krishna, but when real danger comes, the challenge will be, will you chant Hare Krishna? At that time, your faith will be tested, not now. Correct? Just like Prabhupada gives an example of a bird. and some parrot can be made to chant Hare Krishna, they speak Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Uska gardan pakdoge, it doesn't say Hare Krishna, kai, kai. And faith is not there. So similarly, at the time of our death, when the pain will increase, anxiety will increase, fear will increase, at that time, will you say Krishna or not, depends on how much you actually have attentively heard the Acharya. See, faith develops by hearing. Okay? Have I attentively heard the Acharya? And also, how did you spend your days? The days were you cultivating your sense attraction to sense objects? Every moment when we get addicted, we can get addicted to various kind of things. We get addicted to instant sense enjoyment now in varieties of ways. That's the age of Kali Yuga. Then what happened? That gratification will be strong within your heart. You are cultivating. You should be watching what you are doing at every moment. Actually, the life is meant for purification for these things. Any desire for sense gratification, my life should be such that I don't have time for them, number one. And by practice of Krishna consciousness, I purify myself from these desires. But if I'm careless, because the sense gratification exactly looks like it will come in some cover. Just like I remember, I went to somebody's home and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm watching news, TV." And then next day when I went, he was watching serials also. No, just one only I watched. So what happens is that the Maya catches gradually. Suddenly if Maya catches, we will reject it. Correct? We will reject it. Maya knows how to catch. For Ajamila, direct sinful activity, he was so weak, he got easily sucked into that. So that was the trick for Maya. For Bharat Maharaj, the trick was some kind of social activities, punya phala, punya. Many people are attracted to that. I am doing some good activity, or somebody is doing some punya activity. You are very attracted to hear about that. So different ways, Maya has a way to trap you to any activity which is not for the transcendental pleasure of the Lord. And that is what I am supposed to do. Now, having taken shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, having taken shelter of Srila Prabhupada, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and so many wonderful Vaishnavas, all of you have taken shelter. And now having taken shelter of that, you know that I should only doing activities for the transcendental pleasure of the Lord. But are we doing that? And we have to be very careful that if you are not doing that, your focus will gradually, Maya will distract, and the desire for sense gratification will start growing within your heart. You cannot sit peacefully. So I give you some work. What will be the effect? Just like in colleges, we see youngsters, for 1 minute, they cannot do anything productive. There was one class, the students were making a lot of noise. I got really irritated. I didn't tell them, generally don't tell them on the face. I said, "See, you are making so much noise, disturbing me. But don't you think I know the reality?" So, "What, sir?" I said, "Even now you go from the college to your hostel. Can you spend 1 minute productive for your studies or anything good for you?" So one person said, "So not one day, months go over. You don't do anything productive." And it was then I could preach to them. So this is a reality actually. This is a situation we are having is very difficult. So what we can do? Just what Prabhupada did. Make them sit down in Sankirtana. And as they hear the Sankirtana and hearing, chanting, we used to generally joke 1 hour of Hare Krishna Mahamantra Sankirtana cracks the heart of a new person. That was our general, experiment, how much we should have. In fact, Srila Prabhupada used to say, in the temple there should be at least 3 hours Sankirtana. That is said in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He desired that. Then the devotees went to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 3 hours is too much. We don't. Prabhupada said, yes, you need taste for that. Because it is why it is Prabhupada said 3 hours, because there is Chaitanya Charitamrita. Before going to Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya was strict to the house of Advaita Acharya. And there, every day, 3 hours, Harinam was there. And all the people of Navadip who had come to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu before he goes away, and Mother Sachi, Advaita Acharya, all were there, and Nityananda Prabhu every day, and ecstatic kirtans used to be there for 3 hours every day. And Prabhupada says, therefore, in all the centers of Krishna conscious movement, I want in the evening there should be 3 hours Sankirtana. Just do it. You see how much happiness will be there. Not that you have to create something. It's already there. And then, what else? Yes, everything became perfect. The devotees went to Srila Prabhupada, and they were reading, Today some devotees will not even know what are the desires Prabhupada expressing because we don't read them. So when the devotees went to Srila Prabhupada, so Prabhupada, I read in Chaitanya Charitamrita, when Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj was telling, the Prabhupada used to say to us, I may go any day. You have to represent the movement. So I wish you read my books. He said, many of us read Prabhupada's books 3-4 times. Whenever he used to get time, he used to read his books. And how beautiful it was. And imagine they read that instruction, lying somewhere in Chaitanya. I went to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, I read in Chaitanya Charitamrita, you said we have to do 3 hours Sankirtana, but you're finding it difficult. So Prabhupada said, okay, at least do 1 hour. You require days to do 3 hours Sankirtana. 3 घंटा तो आदमी हो जाएगा. But at least the days, say on a Sunday at least, you should have continuous Sankirtana. You can allot time and do a continuous schedule. That's what people want. And I've seen, when I went to Jew recently, I was on the balcony seeing. At the Sankirtana, they have 24 hours. As the Kirtan was going on, people come and they just sit down. And they don't go. So generally the problem in the temple is people come, they take darshan, and then they are out. But if the Kirtan is going, they sit down. And even my own brother, I remember once what happened. When I landed in Bombay, he wanted to meet me. So he came to the temple. But on the way, what happened, one of my classmates picked me up from the airport, took it to his house. So I was late by 2 hours, 2-3 hours. Went to the house and for all memories, blah, 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 something we are talking, all karma, garbage, but whatever. Then I came to the temple. So I was 2-3 hours late. He was waiting there with his son. And I said, I'm sorry I made you wait. I was enjoying it so much. So everybody likes. Correct? So at least I think we can do on a Sunday at least. And devotees can also practice on a daily basis. Actually, it's not easy to lead Sankirtana for 1 hour. It's not easy. People can't do it. After 2 minutes, 5 minutes, they break it. On a daily basis, also practice it. Sit down. We have a time in the temple from 6:30 to 8:30, 2 hours. Just practice how to do Sankirtana. It's not easy. It's not in the voice. It's not in the tune. It's in your taste. You can do, like Prabhupada doing 4 hours, just think about it. Unless you have taste, can you sing for 4 hours? It's not easy. You will say, yeah, let me, try to do some pep talk. Just what we will do, we have to organize some resource. In America, you go, people come, you'll try to break ice with them, correct? Speak something which is pleasing to them, and blah, 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 impress them. No, Prabhupada is not doing that. He's sitting and doing Sankirtana. What? I'll talk to them. Nothing will go inside their head. And so this should be, we can make a facility. Then you can see this all not, it becomes very easy to spread Krishna consciousness. Do the, ABCD, the basic steps Prabhupada has given. Nice Sankirtana is what is actually the call of the day. And if we had enough volunteers in Mangalore itself, you could organize 24 hours Sankirtana, correct? We have so many bhajana mandali, they will be ready to fill, but no, non-devotees we don't want. They do some bhajana mean that they don't have zero knowledge. They should have followers, correct? Our followers they should be. We have, and then we can organize. It will be fantastic. Daiva bhajana, all same for them. They have zero knowledge. That will not help. There was once Srila Prabhupada I told you the example many times, went to some city called Bhopal or something. And in the city he had a Sankirtana and it was terrific success. All the public appreciated so much. know? So when you want somebody to appreciate and become part of the movement, tell him, come down to the temple. You know? Introduce him to Sankirtana. That's the first thing, Nama Sankirtana. And once he gets the taste of the holy name, tell him, when you go home, you can sit down and chant, you know. So that will can add that, because he may not be able to do at home. I don't think at home it is easy to do Sankirtana. Family members will think it's gone crazy. I remember in my college, we had started, went to the ISKCON program. We were impressed. And one of the boys was little ahead of, you know, maybe he was in touch with ISKCON already. So in his room, he took a kartal and started doing kirtan in a hostel in the college. It was like a news in the whole campus, somebody has gone mad. It's not easy to do kirtan. Sab loge pagal ho gaya. Everybody is eating, talking. Yeah, pata wo to gaya, pagal ho gaya, pura pagal ho gaya. Just imagine, japa is okay, you know, you're doing to yourself, but you cannot do kirtana in such a hostile atmosphere, you know. And I also went to see through the window and ran away. I was so new, you know. Kya ho gaya isko, you know? Kirtan kar. How could you do that? How could you do that? Can you just imagine now? I don't know how many of you are not in that position. I think that your son goes to the hostel in his room, and hostel room does Sankirtan. Oh my God, it is going to be a disaster, you know. So it may not be possible. Recently we had the concept of Bhakti homes. The Bhakti homes with all the people are favorable to Krishna. What is the use of that if you do not sit and do Kirtana? What kind of use is that? Now, in my house, everybody favors. Why don't you do Kirtana? You know, there are, you know, in family, always there are problems. You know, we are not relation, there is always problem. Why don't you do, if everybody is favorable, then why don't you do Kirtana at home? What is the use of being favorable than otherwise? Sit and do that. And you see all the problems that get resolved. You know, the family, their problem, my son is not listening, my daughter has gone crazy, my husband doesn't. And if they are all favorable to Krishna consciousness, start Sankirtana, you know, and make, you know, maybe child sing sometimes you sing and do Sankirtana, you know. Not that you need some, Prabhupada said, you can just clap, that's enough, he says, you can just clap, that's enough. But you can embellish it by kartal, it's good actually. You know, maybe you can all learn. I had just gone to a program in Chennai organized by my friend. He was done so nicely. 150 people purchased kartal, 150 they purchased. And they practiced kartal for 1 month before coming to the program, and they were singing together. And the bhajan also, they had practiced, all of them practiced, it was no mistake. You know? So why we cannot, people do not, you know, the initiation interviews are there, the struggle to cram, what is there? Why don't all you cram all the bhajans and practice together? You know, I just wanted, if we can do that in the various courses we have, add some bhajans, like Bhaja Ure Mana is the first bhajan everybody should learn, apart from the temple bhajans which we have, that they should know. Then Bhaja Ure Mana, so beautiful bhajan. Otherwise they come to temple and the Gaura Arti, people, some struggle to pronounce the words itself, you know. Sometimes what happens, you know, this is so beautiful, they should know all the artis, they should, you know, because they are supposed to do at home. When they come to temple, it is to learn and how to do at home. Apart from that, so many more. Vibhavari Shesha, Bhaja Hure Mana, O Vaishnava Thakura, so nice. There was once, these are all bhajans that are expansions of the Hare Krishna mantra. There was once we had a program in the auditorium, first time. And we had successful youth preaching immediately when he came to Bangalore. This Prem Kishori batch and even NITK, Manipal, a lot of students used to come. And we had a program in the auditorium, that the town hall in Bangalore. And I didn't have anybody, you know, we didn't have much people with us, devotees with us. So we made 2 stages in the hall. We were busy in serving prasad and everything. So one side we made all the boys sit, one side all the girls. These are all chanted 60 strong devotees, youngsters. We said do kirtan. And they sang all the bhajans from the Vaishnava songbook, one after another. And what happened, and they used to sing the bhajan, and after that every bhajan, 10-15 minutes, continue the same tune, Hare Krishna mantra. Then take up the next bhajan, they're doing like that. So I just, you know, walking down this thing, I asked one of the person, how is it you're liking? It's so soothing it is. I say, you know the meaning? It doesn't matter. It's so soothing it is, you know. The devotional prayer is so touching. So in this way, this should be done at every home. Sing all the bhajans one by one, chant Hare Krishna, it is so pleasing, so pleasing. So this is the process and we should have confidence in it. The Prabhupada is, why is it in the purport, just turns it around. Isn't it, Barishad, you also sit on a kusha grass, pointing east, just sitting, pointing your face to the north, correct? Sit down and then you start chanting Hare Krishna mantra. So then you start doing homa, this, that. He doesn't say that. He's quite confident, quite confident. If you can just do the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra and Sankirtana, just replace this for Kali Yuga, and the immediate effect will come. That's what we see Srila Prabhupada is doing, and we should have confidence in this process. So fill your days with these activities as Srila Prabhupada said. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhamma Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Cool boy.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Sadhar Pranam.
Thank you, Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama,
Rama
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 Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dhanva
Hare Rama.
Pranam.